to this meditation session that we will be sharing together. I hope you're doing okay, and I know that lots of you enjoyed the last video that I did with my partner. It was funny because when you know someone so well, it is really difficult to keep a straight face. I found that we kept laughing. So he ended up having some headphones in, and it made a little bit of a noise in the background, which some people quite like that almost white noise effect, background noise effect. But when I listened back, I didn't realise it would be so loud. So next time I'm filming with him, when we get a spare minute, I'm going to do a reflexology video and foot and leg massage maybe as well. And I will make sure that you don't have that background noise going on, because it could be quite distracting. I do actually have a head mic that I use in my classes where I teach in, not when I teach in the community, but when I teach in the gyms. But I just need the attachment to the camera, because normally I'm connecting my headset to a sound system. So I'll maybe have a look at that in the future. I only need one of the little like phone jacks, so I'll see what I can do. Anyway, how are you? How are you doing? It's, for those of you watching the video at the time of it being released, we are into January, and that can be quite a interesting time of year. Sorry, I was just playing with these. I just kind of laid out a couple of things that I just have in my treatment room. This is like a little bag of crystal chips. They are tiger's eye, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah. So they're tiny, teeny tiny little crystals, and I just had them left over actually from an event I did a while ago, and I've just kind of bagged them up, categorized them into the different crystals that I have. So there's all different ones back there, but I've been using them just for my treatments, just for people to take a kind of goodie bag home with them. They're not really supposed to be emptied out. It's more just keep the bag and maybe keep it in your purse, in your bag, just somewhere close to you, so that it can bring you good luck. And it's just a nice little touch, I think, seeing as I had them spare. So we're going to do a meditation, and this is all about creating space. So before we do that, there are a couple of lovely ritualistic things that that I'd like to share with you that can be great for practicing mindfulness, just stepping into a space of calm if you have a busy mind. And the first thing that I was going to show you was different types of cards. I love using cards in retreats, in meditation sessions, in class, because it's something that you can focus your mind onto. These cards are about crystal grids, and I did a workshop on crystal grids. I'm not an expert, but we just did some crystal gridding around lots of other activities in a workshop, and they're really beautiful, actually, the pictures in here. And they each have a word on them. The idea with cards, crystals, most holistic things, we use our intuition and allow that to guide us. And so when picking cards, it's good to be intuitive with which one that you're most drawn to. Communication. Really, when pulling these cards, I just would kind of encourage people to pull learnings from the word, and maybe the crystal or crystals that are displayed. Black calcite. Crystal grids are often used for setting an intention. It's not so much about the beauty or the design. The idea is that you're combining the energy of the crystals alongside powerful geometry to bring about change. It's great for manifesting. I have a little grid here, actually. Don't know how much you can see. I love this serpentine. Oh, where's the actual camera? There it is, look. It's so cool. It's almost like scales. You can see that the actual, I'll take the crystals off to show you. The actual grid has a pattern that you can follow, but there are loads of books and learnings where you can follow a pattern believed to bring about different types of energy and change. But you've got this kind of star shape, hexagon, circles, rectangles, triangles. So nice. it's a very mindful thing to do, you know, depending on, it doesn't really matter what your beliefs are, just taking some time. And these kind of smaller crystals, you know, you could even use the little chipped crystals as well, just like tumble stones like this, they don't have to be expensive. So they are great for setting intentions, and you know, you can focus one crystal in the center, and then, you know, if you know a lot about crystals, then you can find the right crystals that will support your intentions. But of course, there's so many books and resources out there to help you. But as well, going and moving intuitively is great, and you know, you don't have to overthink these things. So let me just put this back so you can see. I like this little point in the middle. I don't use my bigger crystals for this. It's just using smaller tumble stones. So probably smaller crystals here would work really well because it is such a small grid. I love this opal light. You can see it catching the light. It's got that kind of rainbow effect, which I love. Okay. It's a lovely ritual to make your own crystal grid, and you don't need to have an actual grid like that. You can just do it on any space or surface, and you can make the grid and then you know, put everything away afterwards, or you can leave it out. Most people will leave crystal grids out to supposedly bring about change. But remember, so much of the time it's just about the mindful aspect of the thinking behind, the act of the doing and the creating. All of that's just really good for our headspace and well-being. What else have we got here that I can show you that's nice as a ritual to help you get into a mindful space? I have some moon water. I don't know whether you can hear it. Oh, you can hear that one. I have two bottles. These are like years old now, so don't worry, they don't get used in treatments or anything. They are just purely here for the energetic presence. Moon water is water that has been left out under a full moon. Harvesting that once a month is great. I don't know. I just kept hold of those. I can't remember how old they must be now. Like I say, a few years. But I just keep them in the bottles, and I'll try and harvest some more at the next full moon. Oh, we've got the candles. I love incense and candles. Let's have a moment with this. I light like hundreds of candles for treatments. friend made a couple of Christmases ago when we did like some mindful boxes. I'll show you. Lighting a candle is really ritualistic, and I really like the sound of this one because it's a crackle one. But I'll light the candle just for a short while, just in case, because the crackle sound is, I love it, but it's not for everyone. Just enjoy that. Take a few breaths. It's so calming. Beautiful. I like this one just for the sound. This one, I can't even remember what. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. So yeah, me and my friend just made some candles a couple of years ago. We just had some left over. I want to say that's got like, we obviously didn't put the labels on with what scent they were, but it's got a lot of festive aromas. Pine maybe, and cinnamon. I love that. The flickering flame of a candle. That warm, glowing light. In meditation, we sometimes talk about, instead of closing the eyes, holding our focus on the flickering flame. The warm glow flowing around us, through us, calming us, centering us. I love candles. They're just so peaceful and something that you can bring your attention onto at times of struggle or challenge. There's so much I have here to show you, but I want to get started now. With our meditation. Sorry, my cards are stuck. Let me just sort them out. Let's just put them back. There we go. I have these as well. We didn't talk about those. The chakra cards. I use these loads. So I'm going to start our meditation with my wonderful And then the different length metal prongs that the crystal gently leans against. The smallest of movements are the most calming. Close your eyes, just listen. Each chime, slightly different sound. Which one do you like best? Koshi chimes are representative of the elements. They have this beautiful natural sound, and they're great for signalling the beginnings and the endings of sessions. Let your breath be full in your body, balancing your energy. The inhale rising up to the top of your head and down to the base of your spine. You can close your eyes, or if you wish to have your eyes open, I'll create soft movements with my hands. Imagine one thought layered on top of the next, on top of the next, filling the mind. There's so much to do. There's so much to think about. That when we allow ourselves physical space, an hour or two free within our day, or time before bed, or first thing in the morning, that space will be there, no matter how small. The body is there, but the mind is somewhere else. The mind is in the past. The mind is in the future. as long as your mind is filled with all those thoughts, you're thinking, what's just been? What's to come? What do you have to do? What are the next steps? What's on the to-do list? Even if you are experiencing physical rest, having a bath, having a shower, watching TV, reading a book, going on a walk, even cleaning, those small spaces where we have the opportunity to be present, but we continue to stay on high alert. What a gift it would be to allow yourself space. Sometimes we carve out time for ourselves, but we don't truly utilize it because we don't allow our mind to also have that space. And so as you breathe, allow this to be your tool for creating space. Your inhale, breathing in and up into the brain, opening up and creating this space. Your exhale, letting go. The thoughts, they're not going to leave you. You don't have to worry. But for now, it's not the time to be hung up on everything that's going on right now. You will benefit more from having this space and time to be present. Space will allow renewed energy. It will allow new ideas to flood in, creativity. This space enables you to welcome new connections. If you are constantly filled up to the brim and never have that space and break away, you will forever be feeling a sense of overwhelm. And the mechanisms to cope with lots going on in your life weaken. So taking this space is not just about feeling calm, feeling relaxed, and going to sleep. It is also about how that space will benefit you in everyday life. Give yourself the gift of the present moment. Notice how the muscles of the face can soften and relax as you give yourself the permission to be free from your thoughts, free from the to-do list, from the past, from the future. Just be here in your body with your breath. Nothing else to think about, nothing else to do. Enjoy this gift. space and energy of the here and the now. Three deep breaths, calmly welcoming yourself back into the space. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to welcoming you back to another video soon. Remember, space is a beautiful thing. Give yourself the gift of the present from time to time.